have suffered from the humiliating and tormenting memories of this summer as from a bout of madness. I am exerting every ounce of my self-mastery. Unless I discover the alchemical trick of turning this mask.
Saving my content. Woohoo! I'm live, but it's frozen. I'm not sure why it's frozen. Ooh, there it goes. Yeehaw. Good morning, everybody. Today we're gonna do something a little bit different. I'd started the SkyGrid map, and I'm like, started the SkyGrid map before. Put out that one episode like a week ago, somewhere around there, and I was thinking to myself, well, why not just make my own? So I did. So this is basically me testing my new pack that I'm gonna be putting out on Curse. It's not released yet, but I'm looking for some feedback. Anyways, we're gonna give it a little test. I'm trying to make it HQM, and at this point, I'm running quests, kinda. Not a lot. It's gonna be like one little section to get you started, and then one big section for like just all repeatable quests. They're all gonna be open all at the same time, all repeatable, but each one's you're gonna need to do certain things to do them, and they're just intended to help you out, basically. Like, I don't know, give me a certain amount of this, and then you get this, and then every few days you can repeat that quest, kind of thing. But anyways, this is what I needed the feedback for. This is what I was trying to look at. This is what we're gonna test out. So I'm gonna start doing a little bit of a test. Like I said, it's still working in progress. So we're gonna start with game mode. We're just gonna go with survival. I'm gonna go ahead and play like I just started. So I'm gonna put cheats on. World type is SkyGrid. Done with that. We're gonna call this test. Create. So how's everybody doing today? Everybody excited? New Year's Eve. It's already the new year in Australia and stuff. So happy New Year, Merp. Yeah, so this is what's going on. You might already notice it's a little different. It's dark. And the sun is setting. This is what I'm doing. I'm removing the ambient light. It's called hardcore darkness, basically. So unless there's anything like that lava over there, unless there's something causing light, and there's not gonna be any light. You'll be able to see the moon. The sun will like always be down there somewhere. But it's basically there's two mods. So it's a little laggy. Yay, first viewer. Basically what it is I wanted to make it. I mean, SkyGrid in itself is fine. It's basically a vanilla map. But you know, there's normal day-night cycles, whatever. But I wanted to make it just a little bit different to kind of set it apart from everything else. So what I did was I made it dark, very dark. Like, you can't see the block you're standing on, dark. But that's where the quest book comes in. The first initial quest, this is the edit mode, so it's gonna look a little different. But the first initial quest, it says I have settings for already because some of them, like this section is the beginning section where it starts you off. The next section, which is gonna be the only other section, unless something else changes, unless I come up with something else. But like this would be fine. Like I'm gonna have every block that you could possibly find. Like it's gonna be like stone, cobble, gravel, sand, dirt, grass blocks, you know, all the different ores, all the different logs, all the different kinds of dirt, all the different ores, all the different everything, like everything. If you find these things, you'll get a different reward for it, and they're each going to be things. It's going to be things that are going to be hard to get in a normal. Because this is essentially a sky block. You're going to have to build a mob spawner. There are spawners located around. think there's ways to pick them up. I think I have a dolly in this. I've nerfed quite a few things in this pack to make you, well, yeah, I am making it hard on myself. I'm making it hard on everybody. I'm making it just a challenge is what it is. Because what essentially this is going to be... So, anyway, so I'm still writing this chapter. This chapter I'm still writing. This chapter... First quest is easy. You start. As long as you have the book, you've done it. You're done. And I give you a little bit of food and some torches. So we're going to go ahead and claim that reward. And the torch is so you can at least see where you're standing. And pray you haven't got any spawners right next to you. Ooh. Forgot I didn't turn my music off. Yay, fireworks. But yeah, so this is the challenge. So now, you're thinking, okay, crap, what do I do? Now there's Tinker's Tweaks, and there's Iguana Tweaks. So if I did it right, you shouldn't be able to make any wooden tools, and they should be useless, basically. But... there's several ways you can do this, is what I'm guessing. So essentially, it's a skyblock, it's survival. So you would ultimately want to be able to make a cobble gen. There's X Nihilo in this, so you know you can do all that stuff. You can do everything that you need to do in a skyblock. One thing I do recommend though, unless you want to play super hardcore, I would recommend turning on your magnet. I always screw up how to do this. There we go. I would suggest turning that on, because you're going to lose things if you don't. The lag is kind of an issue. I'm not gonna lie. This has Natura in it, so I've been trying to get rid. For whatever reason, the redwoods still spawn. I can't get the redwoods to stop spawning, so there's a chance when this comes out that you might even be able to move into a redwood. So whatever. Got a big tree. Now, obviously, if you want food, you're gonna have to try to find yourself some grass and maybe break it and hope to get a seed. But like I said, so if you go ahead and follow the rules here, reach that. Can't. Oh, that's gravel. Crap. Okay. Guess I should have looked. All right, that's coal ore, and we need a copper level X to be able to harvest that. So. What do we got around us here? We got ice, oak leaves. So like another thing I was thinking about, so this is where I'm looking for feedback basically. The next progression level, the next thing for progression would be, okay, you completed that. These are all detection tasks. I'm making everything detection tasks, so it's not going to go away. So the next quest would be find some oak wood, and you get rewarded with some planks. But I just said find any wood. It's not oak wood, just oak wood, but it's any wood. So there you go. Found some oak wood. 100%. Bam. Land. Now you get some planks. So the next one would be find me some dirt, and that'll get you some saplings. Because the only other way to get any saplings would be to either start jumping and parkouring your way through here. Now this isn't like the deep dark or anything. The dark will not hurt you. The dark won't hurt you. It's not dangerous. It won't eat you if you go too far where it's dark. So, although if I can figure out how to put that mod in here in the overworld, I will. Because I'll make it even harder. So there's some of the things you gotta worry about. Block updates. Just watching Dan. Alright, so I could jump down there, or jump over here and then break this and get down there and maybe get the sapling from this, or try to get that sapling, and then, you know, there we go. Or I can make myself a crafting table. Fireworks. Blue slime dirt. Can I not put a crafting table down on blue slime dirt? Yeah, what over there? So you can use these to make some slabs. Put your oak in there. Make some more planks if you wanted to. You don't have to follow everything exactly. You can do anything you want, you know? It's your world. Do as you please. There we go. We got something safe to stand on at least. Hoarding, but we'll chat when I can. Alright, Ed. Ed, I'm looking for suggestions. I don't know if you're actually watching, but this is what I did to the world. It's dark. It's dark everywhere. And the only way it's not going to be dark is if you light it up. Because what I did was I set it to always be night. So it's going to be night 24 hours a day. The sun will move. You see how slow it's going? It's because it's 24 hours at night, basically, and no daylight. So it'll get to a point where the mod's a little glitchy-ish, but I think I got it set to where the sun will move to the point where it'll start to rise, but it'll go blink and then just go back down again. So you might get a little bit of daylight, but that's about it. Little tiny little daylight. So we gotta find some dirt. There's dirt right there. I gotta be careful of that water. If that updates, it's gonna wipe me right off this thing. If I break the glass, that'll probably turn into water too. Alright, so we can go. Let's go, we can go that way. I can reach it from here. So the magnet will kick in. Bam. That's where the magnet's a little cheaty. Little cheaty. Alright, so then 100% claim reward. Gets us some saplings. So then you can take that dirt and you can go ahead. Yeah, you just want to make sure you're not going to be busting any lava down on your head. And this is for all the ladies. Ladies. The loin. You know how it is. Yes, it will, Eddie. That's the whole idea. Everything's dark. The nether, the end, everything. Everything's dark. Always dark. I don't see any redwoods yet. I'm looking like in the horizon around me to see if I see any redwoods growing. So there are things in here like Natura, the berries, you know, so you get blueberries, mellowberries, all that kind of thing. All that stuff I want to include in the quest section. It's just a matter of... Jeez. This tree's taking forever to grow. So like I said, this first part is just a little walkthrough. There's going to be a little bit of grinding. It's basically just a walkthrough just to get you started. It's going to get you to the point where you've got your tinker's bench is built, your first tools, and like your first pickaxe, and you're going to start sieving stuff And you're either going to get a metal bucket first, or you're going to get a clay bucket first. If you're lucky, you might spawn next to some clay, or if you can see some, that'd be pretty easy. You can get yourself a clay bucket. That'll help you get you some water, which is cool because there's something right there. Wow, this thing is taking forever. Just grow. Grow already. Oh, looking through the water block. That's cool. Grow, damn it. See, this is one thing I was concerned about. I'm really just hoping that when you change the day-night cycle, that it doesn't mess with any kind of tick rates or anything like that. If this doesn't grow, then that might be an issue. It also might not be growing because of the things above it. The fact that there's a block right there, but I can't break it. I can't break it. What I can do is not be right in front of my face. This is what the point of today was, to do a little bit of testing, just to see if things were gonna work right. So let's put it over here. There's 3 blocks in between each one, and yeah, I know lights needed to help the grow, but that's what I'm curious if it needs a torch anyways. Because if it still needs a torch, despite the fact that I'm giving it, you know, the whole growing thing going on here with the bud. Ooh, do you see it? Look back there. It's another one of the mods that I added. When a mob dies, it drops hearts, like video game style, that give you life. It doesn't give you extra hearts, it just refills your health, your life bar. It just refills your hearts. It's a way of getting life back if you, because, you know, finding mobs here is hard. They'll spawn, but generally only around the spawners. You might get like a skeleton above your head at some point, which would suck. And apparently I'm in a forest hill, so that's good. I spawned in a ice plains at one point, so I had blizzes freaking spawning everywhere. Oh, you better grow. If you don't grow, I'm gonna be upset. Hold on. I actually need to change this. Calling it off the grid. I thought that was appropriate. Off the grid. Off the grid.
See, normally I have problems falling asleep, but when I hear the sound of the winds and the tides, I become drowsy, and now and then I fall asleep for a moment or two. And when I wake up, ice cold.
Pack testing. We're gonna cheat this in, since this isn't gonna be like any kind of official thing. I need to make sure this tree will grow. There we go. Alright, I just had to make sure it was gonna actually grow. Because if it didn't, that would be an issue. Thankfully, it didn't hit the water and update the block. Because that would flow and it would wipe me completely out. So there's a suggestion. Build away from the water at first. Just in case. Just in case. Alright, so the tree did grow. Yeah, that's good. And it's not a massive one. Now, I have vein miner in here, so let's see if I have it set right. Ooh, I do. Vein mine with your bare hand. Excellent. And my fast leaf decay didn't work because it was touching another block. So we ended up with, what, 3 more saplings? It's not bad. I need to go and check the configs. In fact, let me try that right now. I want to check the configs and see if I can change. See if I can change anything with the tree simulator configs. You must be crouching or sprinting before bone meal is applied. The amount, okay, so the amount of ticks times 5. You must be crouching or sprinting before bone meal is applied. Wait time equals 100. So what if I put that down to like 50? No, it's not going to take effect now because I'd have to start and stop it, but supposedly you don't have to keep doing this. Okay, look, see, look, the sun came up. Just for a little bit. Just for a little bit. But even still, you won't be able to see anything that's not within range of your light. You can barely make out what some stuff is. And just like that, the sun is gone. You can sort of make stuff out. But the good news is, I don't see any big trees. Yay. The cool part is when you go all the way up to the top, you see all the trees that have grown. All the saplings. Alright. Back on chat here. Ooh, skeleton right there. See him? Skeleton there, spider there. There's something over there. I don't know what that is. Now, I didn't change anything about what spawns blocks wise. I could add anything I wanted into that'll spawn in here. There are machine blocks that spawn, and there are machine frames as well that spawn as blocks. So supposedly, I'm trying to test this. How many ticks are in a second? Is it 16 ticks a second? I can't remember. I'm just trying to see how this works. If it's any different, if you go faster or slower. If it's dependent on how many times you actually hit the shift button. Because you can run too. It says running is also an option. So you could just run around in a circle. Alright, what's next? Okay, yeah, so the next one is going to be just make a crook. I'm going to give you a bone crook. Just have a little fun with the bone crook. Woohoo! Oh, I need to make 5, that's right. I just trolled myself. 20 ticks a second. Yeah, I couldn't remember if it was 20 or 16. There we go. Did it! Yay! Bone crook, claim rewards. Yay! So then the next quest would be barrels. Depending on whichever wood you have, whichever kind of saplings you're using. I have it so you can make either or, any of them. So you have to make a sieve and a barrel, and I'll get you 10 dirt. So stuff you can sift. Trying to get it to rain in exactly where you are, not easy. So that's one reason why I have it set now, where the next quest will be, once you get this made, will be to try to get a bucket. Because you need the water. And so you need a bucket to go get the water. This one, obviously, you're going to need clay. And you're going to need stone to build a furnace if you want it to be a fired bucket. So you need to sieve. And then you need the tree to just make all the dirt that you possibly can, because you need all the saplings. But you need a bucket because you're going to need the cobble gem if you want a reliable water source. And then, of course, the next quest is stone hammer. And then, blah, blah, blah. And then you're going to make some flint. Hose. The hose work. The wooden hoe works. So you don't have to worry about making a mattock. I left that out. I kept the wooden hose. Boats and hose. What is a little annoying is how it's the lag, first of all. Come on. And how long it's taking the tree to grow. So like I said, this first part is just a little walkthrough. Just do these things and you'll be on your way to the thing. It's the next section that I'm looking for some advice on. Like what I did was I set it to where once you get down to here, like you make those. I give you a stone barrel, so you can have that. So I'm just giving that to you. I'm giving that to you first, and then I want you to make an unfired crucible. And I'll give you some bone meal, but that's after. I've done that after. I mean, you don't have to do it in that order, but I want you to make the pick first before you start making lava. Then you can at least go around and start getting yourself some stone. I'm gonna make it so you gotta go somewhere. You gotta go. But what am I doing? You can build another portal. So if you want to start making obsidian, you can. So I might need to move this because you can make, if you could find some clay or get a source of water, if you can find 2 sources of water around you once you've made your buckets. Oh, sweet, tree grew. Tree grew without me. Nice. Because I lucked out a couple times with dark clouds. These dark clouds are useless. You can just get rid of those. Can't jump on them. Because I lucked out on my original playthrough when I was first starting it, the other pack, and I got killed a couple times by an Enderman who decided to hop on my platform, and I couldn't do anything about it. I had no weapons or nothing. So he just kept murdering me. But I would spawn in different parts. It was always around the area, but sometimes it was, a few blocks below or a few blocks above. So every time I respawned, I would just try to make my way back up, and or wherever I was, but I was finding clay blocks around, so I had clay balls like super early, and I was able to make myself a bucket, and then once I got stone, I could, you know, make a furnace and fire that bucket. So it was cool. I had lava, and finding the water is not a problem. There's lots of water usually. It's just you need the bucket. I wonder if I break this. Okay, it doesn't turn into water. Just curious. Like the quest set up in an order, but you don't need to do the quest in an order. You'll eventually end up in the same spot, no matter what you do, no matter what order you go in. You'll end up with the same, you know, stuff. Just different orders. Nice. What's up, Zenith? I am on Twitch. Not regularly, but I do stream on Twitch as well. So you can follow me on Twitch if you want to. A lot of times I'll just do it on YouTube because a lot of people that do watch me can't, for whatever reason, Twitch doesn't like them, so they can run YouTube just fine. But I am on both. I do both. Oh, alright. So yeah, so happy New Year, happy New Year's Eve to everybody. If I didn't say that already, I think I already did. Apparently I'm starting to lose my voice. Awesome. This is just gonna be a short stream. I'm just showing people what I'm working on here. You can totally play this pack without any of the quests done. You know, without doing any of the quests, obviously. Like I said, this is more just a guidebook. I didn't want it to be, hey, there's this mod in here, so I'm gonna make you build this piece, and then this piece, and then this piece, and 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 then you get to the end, and it's like, okay, great. Now, hey, there's another mod in this book, next chapter. Now I'm gonna make you make this piece, this piece, this piece, this piece. I mean, hey, that's a great way to teach somebody how to make stuff in the mod, but most of the time it's pointless. Like crafting, not crafting, like storage chapters in the HQM. Yeah, that's the thing. I'm not gonna make it so you have. Obviously, I'm gonna make it. The world's infinite, so I'm gonna make it so that you either, if you need to find stuff in the Nether, okay. All the vanilla blocks spawn. A bunch of Natura blocks spawn. There's slime dirt. There's slime blocks, blue, green, and purple. All the saplings. There's grass. There's flowers. There's all the logs, but there's no planks. There's no all the ores, but there's no planks. There's no machines. There's machine blocks and stuff like that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have it to where you don't need them, but if you go out and find me a stack of this stuff, if you go out and find a stack of this stuff, then you're gonna get a reward for it. That's what I'm kind of like looking for some advice in. Like, what would be good? Because what I have it down here now, because trying to get ender pearls in this pack is gonna be hard, even with a mob spawner. Because there's a lot of places for them to go. Yeah, it's a void world, but I don't know how well they would go to your mob spawner, because there's a lot of blocks in the world to spawn, whether they want to go there or not. Anyways, so I made it. The last one. I'm gonna give you 5 ender pearls, but you need a stack of cobblestone, a stack of gravel, a stack of sand, and a stack of dust.
Here comes the dust.
Stack of dust. So this repeatable. This refreshes every 10 Minecraft days. So every 10 Minecraft days, if you give me a stack, a stack, a stack, and a stack, you can get 5 Ender Pearls. That way you don't have to worry about Enderman so much. And I think 5 is a good amount, you know. You just gotta wait every 10 days. And to get a stack of each of these, not that hard. You'd have to make 4 stacks of cobble, basically. Or not even, you know, you can make yourself a hammer once you get a cobble gen going and just hammer the gravel out from right there. So there you go, there's your gravel. And then just make a stack of cobble. You would need 3 stacks of cobble. 1 for that, 1 for the sand, 1 for the dust. Anyways. So yeah. This I'm making repeatable. And then the next, obviously, would be, I'll go back. This would be like, you know, it would be, you know, it's, this is fun. I'm just having fun making pictures with these things. Like I had at one point it spelled out, scoop. It just looks silly though. These are all going to be open all at the same time. So if you want and go, like I said, I've also nerfed this pack a bit. I've nerfed some things a bit. So if you look at like power gen, it's got thermal expansion. I see a boundary, I eat a boundary. So what I did was I nerfed a lot of the stuff. It's got thermal expansion. Here, let me just show you. Let me just show you. Come on. So, extra utilities, Xnilo, Ender IO. The Ender IO is a beta version. So it has the inventory screen. It has the inventory thing that you can make. You can make an inventory in it. I have it set to the harder. I had it set to the harder recipes, but I don't think it worked. I don't know. Extra utilities, obviously, but things that I did to them is I nerfed extra utilities too. I removed all of the ender generators except for the first level of the ender generators. The generators. Only the first ones are available. There's no ender quarry. I got rid of the ender quarry, and if you look down here, only first level, first tier generators, no other tier generators. So there's no ender quarry, no first tier generators. All the bits and pieces for the ender quarry are still here, but you just can't make the ender quarry. I disabled the recipe. And no magnum torch either. But you can still make chandeliers. I wonder what an ender collector is. I'm familiar with that. There are chests also that spawn around as well that have all the normal dungeon loot, so you can find ender lilies, you can find division sigils, you can find all that stuff in the chest. What else did I do? Yeah, so iBench. I threw iBench in here because I love iBench. Tinker Tweaks. Tinker Twinks is Tinker Twinks. Tinker Tweaks is set to I think like normal. So it's the usual need to level things up and blah blah blah. There's harvest levels and iron chest. Open blocks. There's nether ores, MFRs in here. I didn't nerf anything with MFR. The only thing that's going to get you a quarry though is the laser quarry in MFR. So I don't know if maybe power gen might be an issue, but it's either that or it's going to be really slow. So I'm trying to force you to go out and have to go out and either find the stuff, or magical crops. Some of the rewards will be magical crops. If you go and find me... Don't spot my self-hatred. So, if you go out, you know, say you go out and find a bunch of... if you go out and if you find me 10 diamond ore, you're going to need silk touch, first of all, to get the ore. And then, or, if you get me ore, or you can get the recipe, whatever, to, you know... Basically what I'm saying is, like, if you can make enough Zavicio and diamonds or whatever, like, or if you can make enough of something, enough whatever Imperio, like, I'll give you another thing or something, or like, or if you go and you find enough of these diamond ore, say like you find, like, go out and find 10 diamond ore with silk touch, I'll give you a diamond seed or something, you know, something like that. Beacons don't spawn though, I don't think, which is kind of cool. I wish beacons spawned. Maybe need to be able to go out and just grab a beacon. Or like maybe a quest that like every 100 Minecraft days will reset, and it's something you go and find me or get me something, enough of something, you get like a wither skull or something. Or like some ingots towards Zavicio armor or something like that. So it does have magical crops. It does have a crazy little mod called Minecraft. I don't know, it's kind of lame. Super crafting frame. Reliquary. Reliquary is going to be a good friend of yours because you can make the I forgot the name of it. Swordiner staff. That'll let you put torches anywhere you want to, basically. And what else? The lantern of paranoia. That'll also help out too. That'll place torches down for you, no matter what. But yeah, I'm sure there's probably some other things in here that you can find a use for too. But generally, I put this in there for those two things. What else we got going down here? That's pretty much it. Looks like that's it. Tinker's Tree Growing Simulator 2014. Auto Packager, yeah, put Auto Packager in here for the sifting. And it's got X asterisk so you can automate it. I also added it so that made it so that you can automate the sifter normally, the X Nihilo sifter normally. But yeah. So I did some nerfing to the stuff. I didn't mess with anything like food-wise or anything like that. It's just normal. There's no food mods in this. It's just normal hunger and everything else. So we're gonna get a tree growing here. Yes, like I said, I want you to be able to play this where you're not dependent on the quest book. You're just, you know, you can use it to help you out, basically. You can play this whole thing without even looking at it. And if you look, you can see sugarcane all over the place. There's stuff out there to get. And there is an end portal too, as well. There generally, I think the rule is there are redwoods still. Damn it! You see them on the map? See them? See them? Redwoods. So if you wanted to, you go find yourself a redwood and move on into that sucker. You wouldn't have to worry about anything else. You just live in the tree. I can't get rid of them. I got the spawn rate of them set to 0, which I should probably just put it to -1. I have their rarity set to 0 as well too. Still get saplings, and I don't know how to get rid of the saplings. Oh, this is a big tree. Yep, it updated the block. Oh, thankfully though, it's not coming down on me. saved my life. No, I can't get to my crafting bench. Crap. Another cool thing is making cobble gens out of crafting benches. You can do this too. Huh, still no, looking for a maggot. Yeah, so like I said, I'm open to any suggestions. Anybody have any, hints, tricks, tips, comments? Wish I could put fast craft in this because the lag is actually kind of nasty. I think it has a lot to do with trees growing, and I have my render distance set pretty high, so I could probably turn that down a bit. There we go. Couldn't see anything. It's all part of the fun, right? I want my crafting bench back. Boy, the lava too. So that's another reason why I didn't want these trees in there. The stupid redwoods, they go from top to bottom. I mean, they're massive, obviously. They update every block and everything starts running and flowing, and doesn't look like it's too bad though. I was trying to see if I could put a wooden bucket mod in here or something like that, but I was like, that might be too easy. And yeah, finding ore is gonna be hard, obviously, if you can't sift for it. But what I did was, I didn't nerf any of the ores that you find. What I nerfed is some of the things that you can get. Like you can make netherrack, and you can make endstone without ever having to go to the nether or to the end. Meaning you can make endstone and then just get, ender pearls and ender lilies, etc., etc. I took that recipe out, so you shouldn't be able to do that. I disabled that recipe in the phase. I also disabled the making netherrack in the phase. So I want you to have to go and find things. So if you need something from the nether, like getting cobalt and ardite and all that stuff, you gotta go to the nether. If you want soul sand, and I disabled that recipe too. If you want soul sand, I didn't disable wish water, but I disabled the soul sand recipe. So if you want that stuff, you gotta go to the nether to get it. No magic mods in this. It's just a few of those, just a few tech mods, MFR, thermal expansion, and stuff like that. Just things to help you automate stuff, and etc., etc. It's not really a tech pack. It's kind of more just an exploration pack, I guess. I want you to go out and have to find things, explore stuff. There's no like villages, like floating villages or anything like that, or dungeons. It's all just, you gotta go and do things. You gotta go and get it. If you want obsidian, you gotta make it in a stone thing, or you gotta make a pick that you can go and find it. If you want to go to the end, you gotta go and find the end portal. It supposedly spawns within 1,000 blocks of your spawn. Now, I went and found one, so I know they do spawn. And it was like, the one I found was like 3 blocks away from the bottom. About 1,000 blocks away, so like 1,000 blocks away. So you either need to come up with a way to fly, or you're gonna need a lot of slabs to get moving around. Slabs and stairs and ladders and things. Or you can use your ender pearls and just ender pearl everywhere. If you're really good at parkour. This is gonna give me carpal tunnel syndrome. I need a maggot so I get some string. This is what I've been working on. How long are we going for? Almost an hour? I think that's cool. So yeah, so I'm open to any suggestions. Let me know. Hit me up on YouTube or whatever. Leave a comment. What you think like would be some good ideas for either, you know, maybe taking some things out, making things a little bit harder, adding some things in, that kind of thing. And then, you know, some quest ideas. If you have any suggestions as to, like, you know, hey, if you go and get me 2 stacks of cobble, if you give me 2 stacks of cobble, then you can get, like, a stack of gravel or something like that. Like, you know, something that would help your cause, but not be necessary. Like, you wouldn't have to rely on it. Like, if you want to go and do it, you get a neat little reward, and that's cool, kind of thing. And I didn't mess with any of the, actually that reminds me, I want to find out, I want to know if it's, okay good, it's the 4 sided recipe. I didn't change that on anybody. The armor is still armor, still made the same way as it would be, I guess, normally. I didn't change any of that stuff. So all these things are still normal as far as I know. But yeah. So I'm gonna get those. I'm gonna be working on those. I've been trying. It's hard. Free time at night, you know. I get home, it's like this week. Oh, forget this week. I'm so done with the holidays. But you know, get home at like 1:30, 2 in the morning, and or even a little bit earlier, whatever. By the time you get home, you're exhausted. You sit down trying to figure out quests. Just like, ridiculous. Passing out the computer. But anyways, just doing a quickie today. Just to show you what I'm working on. I'm freaking out. Hey, tree grew. Sweet. So let me know what y'all think. This will probably be posted sometime today. Shouldn't take too long. It's a short video. What I didn't do though was post yesterday's live stream because I got a copyright claim because I didn't take a song out that I was supposed to, that I get a copyright claim on every single time. Every single time. Really? Still no? Alright. Well, thanks for watching, y'all. I'm gonna call it here. Mess around with this a little bit more. It's good to know the trees work. And I can't get rid of the stupid redwoods. I think I just need to take the saplings out in general. Or maybe I'll just leave them in there. Maybe it'll be something cool. Give somebody to go and find, you know, move around. Go to the redwoods. Who knows? Maybe I'll leave it in there. Ooh, you know what I want to do? Slash game mode. Let's see. Going all the way up to the top is pretty cool. This is where you see all the things have grown. Redwood, 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 redwood. So many stupid trees grew. But like this could be a strategy too, going all the way up to the top. It's like even look, there's even there's pistons. You'll find me some pistons. You know, and it's also going to be you can make them too. You know, it's just going to be a detection quest. So if you can make mossy stone, or if you can make gold ore, because when you get the magical crops, when you do it, you craft it, and it gives you the ore, right? It doesn't give you ingots. So also contemplating putting the was it ambient light? No, what is it? The what's the mod that when you're holding the torch in your hand, it lights up everything around you? Which mod is that? It lights up your area. The ambient mod? Ambient light? Is that what it's called? You know, then I'd have like quests like, you know, yeah, red sand. Red sand, very rare. Ice. If you can harvest ice, maybe you get something cool for that, you know. Or maybe it's just more ice. Like, find me 10, you know. There's some clay. Give me 10 blocks of clay, I'll give you 20 or something, you know. That kind of thing. So yeah, any suggestions are welcome. Snow. You give me 10 blocks of snow, you get more snow. Might just be something simple as that. Ferrous ore. Yeah, because finding stuff like ferrous and shiny, if you're not sieving it, standard skyblock rules though apply. Because you'd have to silk touch this stuff, and you'd have to make a silk touch thing first. Ooh, yeah, so like leather. Ooh. I could give you, you could get spawn eggs for like rewards. So like cows, chickens kind of thing. Hardened clay. Ooh, yeah, I forgot about the animals. Alright. Anyways, thanks for watching. Press on the pretty little buttons, and I'll see you later. Later, y'all.